Not everybody in the world has a good internet connection, pal. There are people in Africa, Asia, South America, places where people get fucking Xboxes, where some of them
What's up, man?
have a good internet connection, or they don't have internet at all.
It sounds so weird with the mic.
How the fuck is cloud computing gonna work for them?
I got a new one.
Let's get back to it.
That's why.
I responded, and then one of his little fanboys,
Sounds so weird.
He went ape shit. And it was
What you mean?
I was having a back and forth with this guy.
God.
On Facebook.
It just sounds so different.
Basically, trying to explain to him that what he's saying is stupid. And
I was watching some videos about Xbox people saying some stupid stuff. It's funny. I was watching. You ever watch the videos about what Xbox people say on YouTube? It's hilarious.
So just to let you know, I'm still I'm at my grandma's house, so I'm
playing. So how do I sound different exactly?
You sound more clean.
Clean? What do you mean?
Yeah, you sound like your voice is more organic than the sound. It's more. It has less video game in it and more like just real. Because when we talk on Kick, you sound way different than PlayStation. So you sound like how you were on Kick right now.
Huh. So I sound like my. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, you sound like you're real.
So I didn't sound like I did. I didn't sound like I did with the other headset.
No, you sounded more just like
Well, I paid for a gaming headset. That might be why I sound different. That was not a specific headset. That specific headset wasn't meant for PS4. In particular.
I might be switching to what's it called, game chat and check because I'm playing with people on Siege.
Oh, I'm broadcasting Uncharted if you want to watch it.
So if I stop talking, it's because I went into game chat.
Alright. Well, I asked you if you wanted to play Battlefield 1, but never mind.
I might. Okay.
Alright.
When we asked him to explain his points, all he could do was post links. All this guy could do was post links. And the problem that this guy has, the fundamental flaw in this guy's arguments, is he says facts are just quotes from developers and publishers and things like that. Now, I tried to explain to him that publishers and developers lie all the fucking time. And I gave examples. Ready at Dawn, Ubisoft, From Software, these are all developers that said for action games. And in the podcast, he was trying to say, oh, well, they should know, right? No, they know the truth, but they will say things that aren't true. I don't need to be a developer to tell you that 30 FPS is not better for action games. It's not. Just like I don't need to be a developer to tell you that the DirectX 12 is not better than the whole. And then I obviously brought him the quote from Phil Spencer himself, saying that the DirectX 12 was a single thing. Now, when a guy
Okay. If I die, I'm gonna go to party chat, and when I'm alive, I'm gonna go to game. Okay.
Alright. Waiting for Uncharted 3 to install. I just re-downloaded the Nathan Drake collection on my PS4.
Yeah, pretty slow, right? And so I said to him, that's not good enough for cloud computing. Now, what happens if I buy a game that is cloud reliant to render games. If a game
I said I'm waiting for Uncharted 4. I mean, Uncharted 3 to finish installing. I just re-downloaded the Nathan Drake collection.
Because the cloud helps it do it. So that's all I said. I said, what would I do when the game is cloud reliant? No answer. I just said, answer the question, buddy.
So I sound more normal on this mic than I do the other one?
Respond. He didn't answer the question. Because it disproves his whole cloud theory. Cloud computing will not become a standard for years because not everybody has a good enough internet connection to support the fucking cloud. Like PlayStation Now, I can't benefit from PlayStation Now. Internet's not good enough. I can't even use remote play on my Vita. My internet's not good enough. So what happens to me when I put in a disc for a game that is cloud reliant? It wouldn't work, would it? It wouldn't work. And any answer you give me other than that is just conjecture. So if you're watching the video, which you probably will be, I want you to answer that question. And a couple other questions that we'll get to in a minute. Now, I asked him another question because he started posting pictures of Crackdown. Like, oh, Crackdown tech demos utilizing the cloud. Or like, oh, it's a prototype. And so I said, yeah, that's the key word. It's a prototype, not the final game. So I asked him another question. I asked him, and this is a very good question. I said, was Watch Dogs at E3 2012 an accurate representation of the final game? No answer. No answer. And he said something about the cloud, and someone's like, oh, dodge. And so I said to him, just answer the question, was Watch Dogs from 2012 an accurate representation of the final game? That's the thing you need to understand. And this is really the key part where his entire argument falls flat on its ass. He just believes these guys, sight unseen, and believes what he's shown without thinking. What you need to understand is that things you were shown prior to launch are not the game. They're not an accurate representation of the game. They don't reflect the game. And lots of things can change. Also, they could just fucking lie to you and say it's because of the cloud, but it could just be on a PC. Microsoft have lied before. All running on an Xbox One, and they were on PCs that were using fucking Nvidia graphics cards, despite the fact that the Xbox One is using AMD. These guys have lied before, and great fucking straw man right there. When did I say Sony hasn't lied? Like, if he's even watched any of my videos, he'll know that I'm not the biggest fan of Sony at all. But regardless, basically, the worst part about this was reading the comments on that fucking video. Great video, bro! Oh, it's gonna be a great year for the Xbox One. Pony's gonna hide stupid shit like that. And basically, after that, he got fucking destroyed. He got eviscerated on Gaming Battlegrounds. You guys saw it in the last video. We'll get to the shit later. And he just basically got eviscerated. Now, you're probably wondering, why did you even respond like this? Very good question. The reason why I responded was because this motherfucker had his Xbox podcast. Now, I've forgotten the name exactly, but it was basically OG Xbox Supremacy, Episode 1. Hashtag DirectX 12 will be a game changer. Hashtag deal with it. So he's using the Adam Orth fucking hashtag. Which, why would you ever use a hashtag from Adam Orth? The guy got fired for it. But yeah, basically, he has a bunch of Xbox fanboys on there, like Zaire, who we'll be talking about later in this video as well. Blackie Lebowski, and this one other motherfucker, and they're all Xbox drones, basically. And so, he started the video, and I'll play it for you. This is what he said about me
You back?
at the beginning of his video.
Yeah, now the first thing I wanted to talk about is
And 30 seconds.
DirectX 12. Now, I had this cat making a response video to me saying
Why
that
can't you just
DirectX
stay in the
12
party chat, dude?
The way now, Australia isn't the rest of the world. We all have good internet connections, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty fucking stupid, right? Pretty stupid, isn't
After
it?
that match,
It doesn't make
let's
any
go play
sense.
Battlefield.
It's a stupid thing to say. Now, after this, I was pretty pissed.
Alright.
So I said it to him before, and I was saying it again, like, all right, buddy, let's have a debate. If you are so, and this is the thing I keep saying, if you are so confident in your own points, you should be able to debate me with absolute ease. And all he did was post a fucking link that didn't explain anything. He seems to think that because the CPU of the Xbox One is more powerful, it will be better at rendering graphics, without this guy realizing that the GPU renders graphics. Like, a CPU needs to be very bad to bottleneck the GPU's performance. And even if you get like a $10,000 CPU, if the GPU is shit, basically said, alright buddy, let's have a debate. If you're so confident in your points, you should be able to debate me with absolute ease and destroy me. But, how'd he respond? He didn't say, yeah, sure. He's like, oh, I don't need to when I'm dealing with facts long, and posted a fucking link, another link, that he doesn't understand. That's about the fucking CPU of the Xbox One, not the GPU. And then this fucking idiot started saying that we were saying it was going to make no difference at all. Who said that? It's not going to make it big enough difference. And the problem with this video was that he was saying it would be more powerful than the PS4. It will never be more powerful than the PS4. The PS4 is simply the superior machine. But this shit doesn't get through his head. The hardware is simply better on the PS4. You can't just make hardware better with fucking DirectX. But anyway, I asked him to have a debate on Facebook as well, and he ran off. He didn't respond. He didn't say anything. And it's sad too. I mean, his profile picture is him standing under a fucking Microsoft logo. and his intro is of Gears of War, is in the intro. So he's definitely a trustworthy person for information. I mean, how the fuck can anybody watch this guy and think, yeah, he's a good source, when his screen is plastered with Xbox shit? He has a podcast where he says shit like, oh, these are my favorite YouTubers, Zaire, fucking Blackie Lebowski, guys who threaten people with violence because they talk about the fucking Xbox One. Are you serious? And this guy will never admit the fault. He'll never admit it. And basically what I said to this guy was that if he talks shit about me on his podcast, he should be prepared to be able to talk to me live on Skype. If you talk shit online, you should be prepared to have a debate. But he'll never have a debate, and Xbox fanboys will do their best to try and get out of a debate. We've seen this with fucking Crap Gamer getting challenged by people. And he says, oh, I could fucking destroy you. And then the person's like, all right, let's have a debate. And then run off. And that's the thing this guy said. He said, oh, I'd make you cry. Okay, prove it, motherfucker. If you're so confident, you should be able to have a debate with ease. There's a good reason why you won't have a debate with me, because you know nothing about what you're talking about. You don't know what DirectX is. You don't understand hardware. You don't know what cloud computing is. All of your points are based on conjecture and PR straight from the horse's mouth. And you know this. But you are so dead set on your preference. I don't have a preference. I got a PC. I couldn't give a fuck if the Xbox One was more powerful than the PS4. I've got no leg in this. People call me a PlayStation fan, and I'm in blind denial of facts. I don't fucking care. I have a PC. I can play all my games at the high settings anyway. I don't give a shit if the Xbox One's more powerful than the PS4. But it's your point. It's flawed. And every time I ask you for an elaboration, you just post fucking links. Links that can be easily debunked. Or that anybody with any knowledge would say, no, that's bullshit. Or, hey, that's coming from a developer who has a good reason to lie. I mean, he kept quoting the Division head. The Division got shown off at Microsoft's stage. Now, when a game gets shown off at E3 on one person's stage, usually means there's a deal going on. They have a reason to lie, because they probably got a deal. I mean, the Division head's not going to say, yeah, nah, it's not going to make any difference if they've got a deal with Microsoft. But they don't think. He just lets his preference get the better of him. And I'm still looking at the things he said. All he does is post links. Stupid links. He doesn't explain his points. He doesn't explain his points at all. And if this motherfucker comes to this channel, I want you to not post links at all. If you post links, you'll prove that you're a fucking idiot. I want you to answer simple questions. 1. What is DirectX? 2. How does cloud computing work? And how will it work for people who don't have internet or have a bad internet connection? And 3. Are games that are shown off prior to launch, like Forza Motorsport 5, Watch Dogs, were they accurate representations of the final game? Answer those 3 questions. If not, you'll prove that you're a fucking idiot. Or, upon failing that, accept my debate challenge. That's all I ask. If you're so confident, then debate me. But enough of this fucking idiot. Let's move on to our next guy. Now, you might know him as Liar House on Fire. Now, basically, I got linked to a couple of his videos recently, and that's the thing you need to understand. These guys are like, oh, you linked to my videos. No, I didn't. They came to me. They showed up on Facebook. I got sent links. These videos got shown to me. So shut the fuck up. And that's another thing these Xbox fanboys like to do. They like to shift the argument on, why are you watching them? Who fucking fucking case.
Amazing. It's our globe. Looks like this thing should spin, doesn't it?
It's more than just a crypt.
I saw a video
The room looks like some kind of ancient device.
he was saying, oh, how does the
Where's my
PS4
notebook?
sold 18.5 million units? It sold 13.5 by the end of
Go,
October.
Joe.
And it sold 18.5 by the end of
Hello.
That doesn't make sense.
You back?
And he was saying, oh,
Spinning.
PlayStation
Meows.
10 million subscribers. If everybody gets a free month when they buy
Okay,
it,
well, let's play some
shouldn't
Beat
we
of
be
You.
15 million?
Alright.
So basically, I watched this, and so
This
I
dude
So I
is a
should be ungrounded on Sunday. It's my parents, so I can be ungrounded Friday. Cause it's a weekend, like, come on, you know.
this dude is hilarious.
there are a couple of things, okay? Companies can't just up and lie.
You need to click on this dude's YouTube page. His name is Fringy, and what he says is hilarious.
Of course.
It is. It's funny. But no, not right now.
You're just enjoying all the games.
Yep.
Oh, how's Max Payne?
No, it's you have to purchase it.
Hey, at least you got some really good games.
Like
though.
half
You
the fucking
got,
sales.
was it
If people
MLB
didn't decide
RBI.
to renew it or renew it.
RBI.
And not everybody is a subscriber. Unlike Xbox Live, it's not fucking
It's
mandatory.
good,
You don't need it.
but it's
And then, of course, saying, oh, there was no way that they
Did you
sold
get San
like,
Andreas?
you know, 2 million PS4s.
yeah,
When if you look at VG charts, which isn't always
and Vice City, and Vice City.
they sold 900,000 PS4s during
Ooh, you got Vice City.
the month
Yep.
during the week of December 20th.
Well, I play San Andreas.
900,000. Now, funny thing, 900,000 times by 4, what? It's like fucking 3.5 million, roughly.
The controls are the driving is better than in GTA 3. I play GTA 3 on my phone and I can't drive worth a flip in that game.
I don't like GTA 3 so much.
Isn't that hard to understand? So I just showed these things. Of course, no reply. No fucking reply.
Alright, let me get BF1.